And what we have now in 2023, we have a changing of the guard as it relates to control of the House of Congress and keeping maybe a more solid hold on the Senate. And of course, the White House remaining the same. When we take a look at the midterm election of 2022 and what took place and what we're seeing now in 2023, it was predicted that it was going to be what's called a red wave. That means the conservatives and Republicans that were going to take over and just a wave or tidal wave of new persons coming into these seats in Congress were going to change the world, change the culture of what we were seeing in the country. But the posters were a little off. Instead of a red wave, instead of a tidal wave, we actually saw a ripple. As a matter of fact, in looking at the numbers, it looks as if we only had 222 total Republicans now in the House, as opposed and 213 for Democrats. Now, of course, we do know historically, seats do change as relates to who's in power at the time in the White House. Case in point, if you have a Democrat that's in the White House, more than likely in the midterm election, you will have the Republican Party or the other party take over in the House itself. The Senate itself tends to be more stoic, tends to be more consistent. So when you have a simple majority in the Senate, it tends to see more of a flip. But when you have a solid contingency in the Senate, you'll see that particular house, that particular chamber remain constant. Currently in the Senate, we have 51 Democrats and 49 Republicans. Now we're going to get to the Senate in just a moment and talk about what took place in order to solidify that power that the Democrats have in the Senate, especially with the race in Georgia, which was historical by any measure. And for political pundits, political commentators like myself, political scientists, it was truly an election cycle that will be taught about, will be talked about, and will be used as an example of future elections to come. But